Let's take a look at the basic steps for setting up and managing Zoom Contact Center as an admin. Start by logging into the Zoom web portal. Under the Admin section of the left-hand menu, click to expand Contact Center Management and select Users. Clicking the Plan Details link shows the number of packages and phone numbers available to be assigned to users. You can add new users in bulk via CSV file using the Import option. You can also assign users to Zoom Contact Center by clicking the Add User button and then selecting Add User. A menu of existing Zoom account members will appear. Click the box beside the names of any users you'd like to add to Contact Center and select Add. Choose a role from the drop-down menu. Set their access status and choose the region where they're located. Next, you can add the user to one or more queues so they can start receiving engagements. In this example, I've previously created several queues based on the types of engagements my organization handles. Whether the user is a supervisor or agent as their primary role, admins have the option to grant both agent and supervisor permissions at the individual queue level. Next, I can set skills and proficiency levels for any category I'd like. For now, I'll leave this blank, but we'll revisit this setting shortly. Lastly, I can customize the number of engagements this user will be able to handle at one time. Since this is a new agent, I'll set the number low for now, but I can return to adjust the setting later, once they're ready to handle a bit more. Then I'll click Save to finish assigning this user a Zoom Contact Center license. Under the Roles menu, I can view the default roles for Zoom Contact Center: Agent, Supervisor, and Admin. Clicking on a role name shows me the specific settings for that role, as well as which users are included as members. While default roles have permissions locked, admins have the ability to create new roles with custom permissions. This can be done by selecting the Add Role button. Or, if you're creating a role that is similar to one that already exists, click the three dots at the end of any row and select Duplicate to bring up a customizable version of that role. Under Skills, I can optionally create skill categories and types that I'd like to be able to assign to agents and supervisors for call routing purposes. Once created, skills can be used with queue and flow configurations to make sure engagements are routed to qualified agents. To create a new skill, click Add Skill Category. Enter a category name and description, and select whether it is text-based, meaning something that doesn't have a skill ranking, or proficiency-based, meaning something that does. Here, I'm creating a category for language proficiency, so I'll indicate that it is proficiency-based and select a max proficiency level before clicking Save and Add Skills. Then I'll add one or more skill names and click Save. With my new skill created, I'm able to return to users. Click on the name of an individual. Scroll to the skill section and choose Add Skill to assign it to them. And, if applicable, indicate a proficiency level. Queues, phone numbers, routing profiles, and flows, along with those topics closely related to them, are covered in more detail in other Zoom support resources. It's worth noting that at least one queue and one flow need to be created before agents can begin handling engagements in Zoom Contact Center. Lastly, we'll take a look at the Preferences section, which covers a number of important account-wide settings. In the Operating Hours tab, you can create and save sets of business hours for different scenarios, such as standard operating hours, holiday hours, and special occasions. In the Variables tab, you can review the predefined global system variables, as well as create new groups of variables for use during an engagement and for reporting after it. For example, An admin could use variables to collect an order number from a customer, then query a third-party API for product information, and then pass that information along to the agent to assist them during the engagement. In the Entry ID tab, admins can create and modify entry IDs, which are used for integrating with the Zoom Contact Center web or mobile SDK. Entry IDs are also used when integrating a Zoom Rooms kiosk with a Zoom Contact Center video flow. Under the Account tab, admins can configure a number of system-wide settings and permissions. For example, an admin can toggle on the setting to automatically update an agent's status to not ready after missing a set number of calls. Customize the name and image of the virtual chatbot agents customers engage with. Set rules for automatically closing messaging engagements after a period of inactivity. Enable or disable automatic call recording. Set KPIs for performance metrics. And customize data retention policies for your instance. These are just some of the many configurable settings available to the Zoom Contact Center admin. Once you've got things set the way you'd like, go ahead and tell your agents to get their headsets ready. Engagements are almost on the way.